Genesis 9:3. So I don't have my Bible open, but let's go to Genesis 9:3. Genesis 9:3. Rob, do you want to take this first or you want me to? Every moving thing that lives shall be food for you. Every living thing that moves shall be food for you. And as I gave you the green plants, I give you everything.
Okay. We need to remember, we need to remember that, and my view is that this is the transition here is from vegetarian diet to now eating meat, right? That's the main thing. And the context, in my view, is that we notice that Noah already knew the difference between clean and unclean, right? I mean, he's already discerning clean things, and that Noah already cared about what God cared about. In other words, Noah's worship was acceptable because, and we know that when he offers burnt offerings, that he's slaughtering animals. He's flaying the car, he's flaying the parts. He's arranging them on an altar, and he's smelling the cooked meat, but he's not eating it, right? And that worship was acceptable to him, and we know that he lived by faith. My view is that the next eating meat was God saying, now you can actually eat some of this meat that you have been sacrificing already as a vegetarian. So that's my view. I don't read Genesis 9:3 as Noah, go ahead and
eat pork. Yeah,
or crab, or or anything like that. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I mean, we don't. Now, this is the verse that the Christian tradition does not have, is where, and they all, ate a bunch of pork or ate a bunch of lobster. We don't have it in the Old Testament. We don't have it in the New Testament.
Right. So I'll give you my 2 cents on this. We know for a fact that this cannot mean all things, everything, and the reason why is, first of all, he couples it like, just as I gave you all plants. If you eat every plant on the earth, you are going to die. What I mean by that is that there are plants that are poisonous. If you eat it, you're especially somebody in that time. We might have different methods where you're able to take stuff out now, but ultimately, if you eat certain plants, you're going to die. So God's not saying go eat any plant you want. That's not what he's saying. He's saying that you can eat vegetation. The other thing is that we know that he can't be saying this about meat. And the reason why is because certain frogs, you eat a certain frog, you're going to die. You eat certain slugs, you're going to die. There's things in the world that if you eat, you're going to die. God certainly doesn't mean that you can, if a human keels over next to you, you can eat the human, right? That's ridiculous. This is not what's happening in this verse.
Right. This is a good point. Really good point. It's like the word all or kol in Hebrew is constrained. The question is, are you constraining it? Is where you draw the line. And I think the plausible scenario is just exactly like you're saying, Caleb. We constrain it by looking at the text. And I think you've got a great point about vegetation. All things cannot mean, yeah. Well, here's the other thing. I've given you all. Does that mean rocks? Is it constrained? Now, it does mention living things, of course, and rocks are not living things. But the word all is constrained by context.
Right. And Jesse in the chat room says, I think people forget Moses wrote this. If he wrote it, he expects the reader to understand the ambiguity of, quote, unquote, all things.
And the readers are tracking with the concept of clean animals before. So Noah knows what clean animals are before the flood.
Right.
And so that's, That's there.
Yeah.
So the idea that Noah would, I've been wanting to eat these unclean animals. Now I get to that. That is imposing what I view as a wrong spirit on the scriptures.
Agreed. Thank you so much for watching this video. Tell us your thoughts on this subject by leaving a comment in the comment section. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and enable those notifications. And we'll see you in the next video.